That was weird. My video stopped. I may have to post this in two halves. So anyway, so I've done these lines. They give me a framework to do my carving in later on, and then I take this awesome little knife, and this is what I'll use to do my cutting. Although you can do it with the same thing with a needle tool. You'll get the same result. And I'm just going to take it, and I want my gallery, the gallery, to be on the lid. So I'm literally just going to start going around and very carefully cutting this lid off, little by little, not getting in a hurry. And there we go, and that came off very easily. So that's awesome. So it's a little rough. See how that is? You can see how it's a little rough there on the edge. We're going to clean all that up. So I'm going to put the lid right there for now. Now I'm going to take up my trimming tool again. Now you want to clean all of this up. So all of this excess clay that came from taking that lid off, I'm just trimming off. And this is a really good consistency to do this. It's a really nice leather hard. So as you can see, I can manipulate it, I can handle things, I can do stuff to it without messing it up. It's malleable, but it's not so soft that I'm gonna mess it up. And so all I'm doing is just kind of cleaning up this edge, sort of rounding it off, because you don't want it to be a sharp edge. You don't want a square edge because you don't want it to chip. That square edge is just going to be inviting chips, and we don't want that. So I can already take it and kind of test it out. And of course that means I have to trim this part of it too. So I just put it right here. Make sure it's centered, or as centered as I can get it. And then just basically do the same thing on this side. And this gets a little tricky. So, but I'm just I have a little edge that's sticking up, so I'm gonna go in there and even that out a little bit. Now I can go in, and right now I'm just rounding this off so it's not a square. There's not a square edge on this little rim, the rim of the gallery on the lid. Same thing here. Very exciting. Whoops. You have to be careful. I should probably have done more to attach that lid to the base. And I'm just trying to round that off a little bit. Okay, so done that. And all I do is just kind of test it to see if it'll fit on there, and it won't right now, but that's okay because we're going to fix that. There's plenty of clay to trim. So what I'm going to do to make sure this lid will stick, I'm gonna wet this rim a little bit, and I'm just gonna put this lid right there, and kind of move it around a little bit. Again, because it's leather hard, it's still kind of wet, so I'm putting this lid down on that dampened rim to hold it steady. At least we hope it'll hold it steady. And now I'm just working on trimming some of this gallery away just to get it to fit. And you just have to be patient with this. You can't get in a hurry. I'm just taking my time with it. Getting down in here and cutting away some excess clay, trimming away little by little. A little bit from there as well. just to clean it up and make it look pretty. And then we'll test it again. It's not wanting to go on there yet. It's better, but it's not wanting to go on there yet. So I'm gonna trim a little bit more off of the gallery. I'll do the lip of the base as well, but right now I'm still gonna do a little bit more off the gallery first. I know this is one of the exciting things to watch. I'm just trimming ever so little and just taking my time. This is not a thing you want to get in a hurry, because the whole idea is you want the lid to fit really well. Snug, but not too snug. So that's trimmed some more off. Now we'll give it a try. It's getting there. I'm gonna work on this side a little bit. And basically the way I do it, I just keep working at it until the two parts come together. And they'll come together eventually. I just keep working on it. So I've trimmed some of that off. Let me give that a try. Oh, we're close. We're so close. Let's see. I can trim some off of the top. So this just takes a lot of patience, and you don't want to do it when you're in a hurry. I trimmed all that damp clay off the rim, so I need to go back and re-wet it. Okay. And I am just very meticulously working on trimming off that gallery so it will fit on the base. So are we there? We're there. We're not quite there. So I'm gonna see if I can meet it halfway and do a little bit more off of this. See if that did the trick. Oh, very close. Don't get stuck. Very close. Still got quite a bit of clay on the gallery, so let me give that a try. There's room to trim some more off. So, ooh, come on. Let's see if that works. Oh, living on the edge, living on the edge. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm not going to do any more than that, because when it's bone dry, I'm going to let them dry separately, because when it's bone dry, I'm going to do the rotating it this way, and it's going to basically sand itself, and it'll like fix it so that I can put the lid on it from any direction and not worry about it not fitting. So I'm just doing a little bit of cosmetics right here, just to kind of make that look a little prettier. A little bit of that. Put that back on. Awesome. So there's that. There that is. There that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, let me take the lid off. I'm going to take this fabulous wire. This is the wire that I bought from Bill Van Gilder. It's one of his tools that he sells. It's a little, I don't know if you can see that. There you can. It's a little crinkly wire. And what you can do with this wire, you can make them out of springs or anything. But what I do is with the piece revolving like this, I run my wire underneath it, and it's going to make a swirl design on the bottom. And it's something that I do on almost all of my pots. You can do it with a big thick wire. You can do it with a little tiny thin wire like this one. Whatever you have. It just depends on the effect you want to get on the bottom. So I just take it like this, have that spin, and just pull it underneath. It kind of was a little dry, so it probably... Well, I thought it was going to do something weird, but it looks pretty good, so... Got some trimmings in there. That's what you're going to get, believe it or not. It got a little weird there, right there, but I'm not going to get too worried about that. It is handmade after all, so no big deal. So then what I'll do is I want to clean up this edge, bottom edge, the foot. And that's easy, quick and easy, because I did some of it when it was on the wheel, when I threw it. So, right now I'm just getting it centered up as closely as I can. And it's giving me trouble. It doesn't want to cooperate. We're almost there. There we go. And all I'm doing, I do a nice little simple curved edge on my feet. So, just cleaning that up, making it look pretty. You're pretty, you're pretty. I promise you're a pretty girl. I'm just giving that a nice rounded edge. Do a little bit more. Good. Then what I'll do is I'll take my flexible metal rib. A little, go away, trimmings. Got a couple of stray soft trimmings. I'll smooth that in that I just did. You want to get the little the little bits of grog and stuff smoothed in, and give it a nice finished look. And then what I've been doing lately, to smooth things in even more, I take this fabulous sponge. It's a great sponge for smoothing. It's Michael Sherrill's Mud Tools, and it's got really fine holes in it, and it's a great smoothing sponge. And I just take it, it's damp, and I just kind of press it in with the spinning around, and it just gives it a nice finished look. It kind of smooths out the little edge, and it looks really pretty. So I won't give it my signature stamp until I've done the carving. So that would be the carving's the next step I would do after this. So there's some stuff on the inside. Let me clean that out real quick. Usually I just kind of put it down in the middle of the wheel like that, because the bottom's still damp enough that it'll stick. Oh, come on. Giving me trouble. I've never been very good at this. It's a little 6 1/2 dozen. I don't know what the word is for it. Anyway, and I just go through, and part of it's getting the trimmings out, but part of it's also just sort of making sure that the inside bottom is even, a nice even surface. So that's what I'm doing at this moment. And I'll clean that out and smooth it up. And get those little bits of trimming out of there. But basically, this is it before I've done all my carving and design on it. So there you have it. That is one of my 2-in-1 stash jars. There you go.